Scattered storms have been impressive in some spots tonight, both as far as the rainfall that they've been putting down and the wind potential, some gusty wind. We haven't had any severe weather yet, or at least it hasn't reached severe criteria, but definitely some strong storms. Also gorgeous. Take a look at this picture that Daniel sent in from the Lebanon airport. Just beautiful. I called it a mood tonight on Twitter. Really pretty conditions. The rain that you see coming down in the central part of the storm, that's where you'd find the strongest winds. This storm is now moved out of Wilson County, and it's actually in Rutherford County and right on the edge of Davidson County. So it's this cluster of lightning right here. That's what's responsible for that really pretty shot I showed you. We also have more storms to the south, but we're going to start with the strongest storm of the hour. So still some heavy rain on southern parts of Wilson County, but this is really smack dab on top of Smyrna, right on top of Interstate 24. Very heavy rain, 40 maybe 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible with this. It's slowly drifting to the south, so this is riding 840, and it's just going to continue to drift. The rainfall rates, very impressive. Upwards of 1.5 inches to upwards of 3 inches possible in an hour with this. That's where you see some of these purple and white colors with the rainfall rate. It's not moving very fast, but it is moving enough that it's not causing significant flooding where it is. But if it's coming down on top of your house, it is coming down in buckets. Same thing for the storms across southern parts of Murray County. This is Columbia right here, so this is southern Murray County. This comes into Lewis County, just south of Hohenwald. Just a line of very heavy rain. Couple rumbles of thunder here. This stretches down into Waynesboro. Not concerned with severe, but again, just very efficient rainmakers, very efficient thunderstorms, and with that, some gusty wind. We'll continue to see these bubble or churn for the next few hours, and then once we get towards sunset, it's going to fall apart. We do it one more time tomorrow. So this is how this weather pattern works out. We've got cut and paste forecast for one more day. The pattern changes on Friday, and it's going to set the stage for an unsettled weekend. It's not going to rain all weekend long, but the key thing to know is that our thunderstorm chances starting on Friday won't just be confined to the afternoon. We'll have opportunities in the morning. And then long range, looking at next week, we're getting into a hot stretch. Looks like we could see some of the hottest temperatures so far this year by the middle of next week. So let's talk about rain chances first. It's been spotty. It's been very persistent. It's kind of a stagnant pattern for the last couple of days. We do that one more time tomorrow. The 50% rain chance for Friday is mainly in the morning through the early afternoon as a cold front comes through. It's not a very cold front, but it is a cold front. The 20% chance on Saturday would mainly be in the morning time frame, likely dry by the afternoon. And then in Sunday, it'll be later in the day. So it's really just something you want to stay close to. You'll hear a rumble likely every day. It just won't rumble all day. You get my drift. 90s as we head through the weekend. Saturday's the hottest day of your weekend since it's the driest day. Although the hottest temperatures, those do arrive by the middle of next week, looking at mid-90s possible, Rory, both Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Bree, thanks. Wilson County won't require masks. That's the latest word from the county mayor, who says he doesn't want to infringe on people's rights. As News Channel 5's Kyle Horan learned, the mayor says he's still encouraging everyone to wear masks in public.
Can you grab this with me?
These supplies just came into Wilson County to help combat the spread of coronavirus.
So by the numbers, there's no question that we have increased.
Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto says this shouldn't be a political issue. Masks prevent the spread of the virus, and wearing one in public could help in a county that just doubled their cases in 1 month, from 475 to 975.
Let's do this. Let's get our county numbers back to where they need to be. We want to go back to school. We want to keep business open. We want to be back out like we used to be.
Hutto and a group of other local leaders met to discuss this. Should the county mandate mask wearing? He says no, but mask wearing use is still strongly encouraged to protect the people who live in Middle Tennessee.
We sat down and talked, and we believe that, as you look at the people that are wanting us to mandate the mask are going to wear the mask, and we're thankful for that, and they're going to encourage that. The people that we saw out there that were saying, hey, please don't take my right away, was not necessarily saying, I'm not going to wear the mask. I just don't want you to mandate it.
Hutto said he believes this still sends a strong message to the people living here.
It would be just about impossible to enforce a face mask, wearing a mask in public.
Local law enforcement will carry masks with them and encourage the public to take part in stopping the spread of this deadly virus.
Every car patrolling the county, the roads of this county will have a mask in their car available to people who need them.
Kyle Horan, News Channel 5.
All right, Kyle, thank you. The governor recently said local counties can make their own decisions about mask mandates.
While several counties like Wilson, Rutherford, Cheatham, and Murray are choosing not to add a mask mandate, other mid-state counties are going in the opposite direction. Davidson, Montgomery, Robertson, Sumner, and Williamson counties are all putting mandates in place. The rules do vary, though. To see who's exempt and when and where you should wear a mask, head over to our website, newschannel5.com. You've seen it on your Facebook feed. You've probably heard it from a neighbor, claims that the government cannot legally force you to wear a mask. Well, we decided to fact-check those claims by looking into the laws. Essentially, the government can make this requirement because during a pandemic, the state has the authority to do a lot of things that aren't normally allowed. That's permitted under the 10th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which has been in place for some nearly 200 years. We're seeing new county mask mandates this week because Governor Lee passed that power down to the county level with an executive order last week. Your employer also has the legal right to require you to wear a mask on the job. However, there are some exceptions to these mandates, like if you can't wear a mask for health reasons.
Thousands of Tennesseans lost their jobs because of the pandemic. Next, we introduce you to one woman who got creative in order to pay her bills. New tonight, a groundbreaking for a donated pedestrian bridge out in Shelby Park. The donation will complete the 1-mile walking loop in the East Nashville Park around Sevier Lake. Bell & Associates Construction is donating the work to build the bridge. They're actually working on 2 other bridges right now in the park.
A clever way to rebound during the pandemic. A local hairstylist who was out of work because of COVID-19 decided to think outside the box and create a luxury picnic service. It's called Exquisniks. Whitney Tipton will set up a 2-hour picnic in a Nashville park and cater to your requests. Tipton came up with the idea after putting together her own socially distanced picnic.
I work in the hair industry, so it's kind of like I still get to decorate and be styling something, so it's still I feel like I'm still doing my field of work.
The picnic started at $200. We have a link to her booking site on newschannel5.com.
Straight ahead at 6:30, they not only knew him as a country star, but also simply as their neighbor. We'll take you live to Mount Juliet, where the community celebrates Charlie Daniels. And then another call for change.
You can change a mascot, but our mascots, our laws, or anything going to change people's hearts.
A discussion of whether or not to change a high school mascot, a symbol that some say is rooted in racism. Happening right now, a community tribute to a legendary fiddler who many out in Mount Juliet just knew as their neighbor. News Channel 5's Eric Hilt is at the Charlie Daniels tribute. And Eric, what's the atmosphere like right now?
Well, things are just about to get started, Rory. We just had a flyover with 2 military helicopters, and we're told that next will be the playing of taps and a 21-gun salute. I think that's getting started right now, so let's go ahead and listen in.
We'll check back with Eric Hild in just a few minutes. Calls to remove and take down Confederate symbols across the country now hits the classroom. The rebel mascot debate has been brought back to the table at Franklin High School in Williamson County. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen learned thousands have signed a petition saying the mascot has got to go.
Franklin has long-standing ties to the Civil War and the Confederacy. In 1936, Franklin High School switched mascots from the Pioneers to the Rebels, and it's been controversial ever since.
Years ago, Franklin High School did away with the Confederate flag as well as the Rebel mascot.